chef owner of the Urban Pear in Ottawa's historic Glebe neighborhood, and this is my Top Chef 3 Canada audition tape. So for the first part of my audition tape, I figured I'd introduce you to myself and explain to you how I got to where I am today. It all started in the beginning, June 1974. I was born to a loving family consisting of mom and dad, our older brother. It started off pretty simply. It wasn't until about the age of 6 where I was first introduced to food. My mother's Italian-Canadian heritage. My Italian grandmother was very handy in the kitchen and the garden. Grew tomatoes, made everything from scratch. We used to make ravioli, we'd roll out our own pasta, we'd make gnocchi from scratch, desserts, cakes, squares, you name it. My grandmother and I were making it. I was a little assistant, and that was my introduction to being a cook. So in the fall of 1995, I packed up my Honda Civic, I hit the 401, and I moved to Stratford, Ontario, where I spent 2 amazing years, which I would consider the most inspiring and life-changing years of my life. Chef school introduced me to the local cuisine movement, to slow food, to using local farmers, to local produce, to locally raised meats, to just simple ways to, we buy these beautiful ingredients, prepare them simply. And that's still what I live by today. I worked a couple seasons at the Old Prune in Stratford under Chef Brian Steele, who was an amazing influence. I met other chefs such as Statlander during my time there, and we used to have guest chefs come in. It was a very, very inspiring opportunity in my life. Upon finishing 1998, I decided I needed a big change, and I moved myself out to Victoria, BC. So again, I packed up my car and hit the Trans-Canada Highway, and ended up in Victoria, BC. But after about a year, I got a job at the Souk Harbour House, which was the highlight of my life as far as being a young chef. I mean, everything they grew on the grounds, to all the foraging we do, to the local seafood that would come in. It was just an inspiring opportunity for a young chef. Also, while I was in Victoria, I worked at a place called Faison Hobbs Catered Arts, where I was on-site catering chef. And we did huge, elaborate events in all kinds of different venues. And, I learned there that sky's the limit as far as that sort of thing. Event management was a great skill that I learned. After 4 years being out west, I figured it's time to go home. Been out there a long time, missed my family, and I really wanted to start my own place. So I came back here with a 5-year plan. It was 2001, November, I got back here. And opened my own place on Mother's Day, 2002. Mother's Day 2012 just passed. It was my 10th year anniversary. Pretty amazing feat. I'm pretty proud of myself for achieving that. We were voted our first year by Order Magazine as one of the top 10 best new restaurants in Canada. That was a very rewarding thing. I participated in 6 gold medal plate challenges, brought home 2 bronze medals. That was also a lot of fun. But 10 years go by, you start thinking, what's my next step? What am I going to do next? What's my next challenge? And that's what brings me here. That's why I want to be Canada's next top chef. So, second part, audition tape, Ben Baird, the Urban Pear. Here I am in my kitchen. Early June is right now. I have wonderful produce coming out of my farmer's fields. I have local strawberries, just came in last week. They're fantastic. It's been so hot. They're so jammy and juicy. I've got local rhubarb growing in my neighbor's backyard. It's fantastic. A little bit tart. Garlic scapes have just started coming in. First baby fennel of the week came in last week, so it's a good week, good day to be doing this. So today's dish, we're going to do this quickly. I have a nice little savory strawberry rhubarb coulis. Just warm coulis, cold, warm plate, warm coulis. Then I have this stewed rhubarb. I've stewed the local rhubarb with some local ginger, wild ginger from last year that we preserved. And there we go. I'm just going to put that on the plate like so. Then we have the samosa. We make our own samosa dough in house. This is a local strawberry and spring pea samosa. It's delicious. A little bit of curry powder in there just to keep with the tradition of samosa. Then I'm going to put our braised baby fennel, just a little bit of white wine kaffir lime braised baby fennel, just a little wrap to lift the rabbit up off the plate, because we have our beautiful Quebec rabbit leg, which I braised in with a little turmeric root, so it gets that little yellow color. There's kaffir lime in there, there's ginger, there's all kinds of wonderful flavors, lots of aromatics. It's a beautiful, beautiful, tender rabbit. Then I have our local garlic scapes, which will be fried crispy. So they're just a nice little garnish on the plate, brings a little height to the dish. And then our last little touches, we have this rhubarb syrup, which is ginger infused, just to drizzle over the rabbit, adds a little something else to the plate, a little juiciness. And then our second last hit on the plate, have this spring leek oil, which just adds a lovely color, little finishing touch, not too much because we don't want the plate to be oily. And then I have some Maldon salt, which is a flaked sea salt, just a little touch on top of there. And that's our plate. That's our spring rabbit dish with rhubarb and strawberries. I'm Ben Baird of the Urban Pair in Ottawa. Thank you for watching my addition tape. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye.